So just wondered how this process came about for you. You know, at what point did you think the Lakers might be a fit? How did those conversations go? And how do you see what your skill set is on both sides of the ball is fitting into what they have?
You know, when I was out here working out, just trying to figure out what's next and what to do. And I seen that, you know, DeJounte was about to leave to the Hawks and whatnot. And I know that they're about to be in the process of rebuilding and doing things of that nature. So, you know, Luke and we came to an agreement of what's next, what we're doing, so on and so forth. And the Lakers gave us a call, and, you know, I'm just here ready for the opportunity.
How do you see your skill set fitting in both sides?
I see my skill set fitting perfectly. I mean, I'm here to do whatever I need to do in order for the team to win. And that's, for the most part, I'm coming here to play defense. You know, play the best I can, play the hardest I can, and let the game speak for itself. You know, offensively, you know, I know I can provide for a lot. You know, and defensively, I'm just here to do what I do. You know, whoever you want me to guard, whenever there's time for me to, you know, make some stops, you know, that's what I'm here for.
Lonnie, the last couple of years, you know, the Spurs have kind of been in that middle of the league and kind of fighting around the edge of the playoffs. Mm-hmm. This team, obviously, every time you come on a team with LeBron, there's high expectations. What does that gear shift feel like in the last week, where you're sort of starting to envision how you make this team a contender?
Well, you know, it's not about how I'm going to make this team be a contender. You know, you got the three-headed monsters on this team, LeBron, AD, and Russ. And I'm just here to be a sponge, and whatever they need me to do, I'm willing to do it. I'm here to win. Just seeing the trophies upstairs, and, you know, I kid you not, I was sweating for the first 10 minutes of just looking at it, because, you know, I'm very excited for this opportunity, and, you know, I'm ready to fight for it to be a contender and just to win a championship. So I think at the end all be all, I'm just here to play my part, you know, and I'm here to play my part the best that I can, control what I can control, and consistently just stay in the gym and let everything else speak for itself.
Like, do you view yourself as a starter, someone comes to the bench, and which role suits you the best?
Listen, I'm adaptable, man. I'm like a chameleon, man. I can change due to my environment. So if it's coming off the bench, you know, and that seems like that's the best fit, so be it. If it's a starter, then so be it as well. I would love to be a starter, but that's not up to me. I'm just here to play ball at the end of the day. I'm here to win, and I'm here to get that chip.
Lonnie, you've obviously never played with this level of star power and the attention that those guys are going to draw. How do you prepare for, like, the looks you're going to get, and just kind of maybe the shot quality of just being open, whereas maybe in San Antonio you didn't get those same opportunities?
I mean, just always being ready. I think, you know, of course this is a lot different from San Antonio, but I got to play with a fairly great player as far as DeMar DeRozan, and that's someone that has really helped me kind of be a little bit more comfortable with this position. You know, there's times where, you know, he always found me, you know, or everyone's focusing on him, I'm on the corner, you know, he's passing or whatnot, and I'm ready to catch and shoot. So I know what I need to do, and I know what I got to continue to improve on. So I'm just ready for that, you know, once the clock really starts ticking.
We'll take Dan Wyke on Zoom.
Hey Lonnie, Dan Wyke with the LA Times. I think you said in an interview once that it was kind of like you went to Popovich University.
Yeah.
Instead of college. I guess, what were some of the lessons from that you think have kind of prepared you for this next part of your career? And then, I guess along those lines, what have been your initial impressions of Darvin Ham?
First of all, with Coach Pop, it's always been about professionalism, staying in the gym, you know, and not making the game too complex, not too complicated. You know, with the Spurs, we lived by three things, you know, 0.5, as far as catch and shoot, drive, or pass. You know, being as decisive as you can. So, transitioning on to the Lakers, I kind of carry those same models as far as professionalism, staying in the gym, and being decisive, ready to shoot, ready to pass, or ready to go for a layup.
Dave on Zoom.
Lonnie, how's it going? David Grennan with ESPN. I wanted to know, coming in as kind of like the marquee signing for the Lakers this offseason, considering, you know, all they had was the taxpayer mid-level to play with, does is that any sort of benchmark on your career thus far? The fact that you are the guy that they chose to use that contract structure with?
I haven't really thought of it in that way, but I would say receiving that contract has been a blessing, and I'm ready to take full opportunity of it with this 1 year and just be the best person I can be on and off the court, day in and day out. Since I found out that I was going to be a Laker, it kind of hit a whole nother level, knowing what the team, what they want, what Coach Ham wants, and that's a championship at the end of the day, and that's how I'm going to carry myself day in and day out, is just working my tail off until that time comes with the team and the season starts going up. So I'm just ready. I'm excited. I still got a million things going into my head right now, a million emotions. I'm just truly blessed, humbled, and hungry to start a new time with the Lakers, I guess you could say.
Andy Kamenetsky on Zoom. You're on mute, Andy.
Excuse me, I apologize for that. You're still really young in your NBA career, only 23, and the Spurs are moving in a direction that feels like it's more towards a rebuild. Did you have any either expectations or thoughts that you might be a part of that, just being in an age range that it could still work, or was there something different that you wanted in your career that would lead you here?
For me, it's a lot different. All I know is the Spurs organization. So obviously going into the offseason, you probably want to go back with what you're comfortable with as far as going back with the Spurs. And that was something that I had my eye on at first. But seeing, the whole thing with DeJounte, moving and, them trying to restart and, start fresh, it kind of seemed like I wasn't a part of that restart, refresh movement, which is perfectly fine. I'm ready to continue to just better myself. There's a lot of things that are out of my hand. I can only control what I can. And God willingly and, with good vibes and positivity, I'm with one of the best franchises in the league.